So I have my Pointillism artwork here that I started working on last week. And I just about finished mine, but I wanted to go over your options for making your background. So the background is the area on the picture that's around and behind my subject. So my subject is a bird on a tree branch, and everything around it, you can see it's already kind of light blue colored, is the background. So I'm going to do the background today, and I can do it two different ways. I can do what's called a watercolor wash. A watercolor wash is when I'm going to take my paintbrush. So I'm going to use a paintbrush for this watercolor wash, and I have my paint set here. Let's see if I can slide it over gently. And I'm going to get a lot of water. I'm actually going to mix it over here. I'm going to get a lot of water and just a little bit of paint, and that's going to make what's called a watercolor wash, a very light color. And I'm going to spread that with back and forth strokes all around my background until all of the white space is covered. So big strokes with lots of water and a little paint to spread it around. If you want to continue working on pointillism, you can take your Q-tip or your brush, whatever you've been using, and you can actually do pointillism dots as your background. So background's really big, so it might take quite a while to do all dots for the background, which is why I decided to do a nice watercolor wash and then a few pointillism dots in the background, more to be like almost like snow falling in my picture than to actually make the sky itself. But you could do all dots if you're really enjoying the process. With your watercolor wash, you can do multiple colors. So if you want to try putting a couple different colors together, I'm going to take my darker blue here and choose a few areas where the background is going to be a little bit more like, maybe it's a little bit shadowy right here. So the sky is a little darker behind the branch. And I can do a watercolor wash of my darker blue color. Okay, and that's how you do a watercolor wash. The other thing I need to check to make sure that is filled in is my subject with my pointillism dots. So this is where I'm using my dotting technique, whatever tools that you chose, and I'm making sure that my dots are really close together, and I have lots of layers and different colors of dots. So I'm going to fill in any of the little white spaces that I might see with more dots. Dots, dots, dots. And I'm layering the blue dots and the yellow dots together. And I'm choosing to leave this part white because this part of the bird was white. Once my subject is nice and filled in with dots and my background is complete, I'm finished with the piece, and I'm going to add a picture of my final work into the seesaw activity to share.